teaching today is on the third one there that I want to take a look at. Again, they attempted to put a voodoo or opiate curse on them of sexual immorality. Number two, financial instability and utter poverty. And number three, that they would forget their roots and where they came from. So now what do I do when I'm witnessing to the black culture? I'm saying, your forefathers, now walk with me, don't miss this. Because 98% of everybody out there believes that their roots starts in Africa. So they call themselves Black African Americans. And really what they should be talking themselves is they are what? The Hebrews and the Jews of the original temple of the city of David.
All right. Hey, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise and glory and honor to Yahweh Shem, Shabbat Shem, Kakadash, and honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to your brothers doing this work in sincerity and the truth, the hope for elect, the brothers waiting every day patiently for Yahweh Shem, Yahshua to return so we can get out this place. Hey, peace and salutations to you brothers, man. All right. The children shall seek to please the poor, man. All right. Okay. All right. So he said a couple of things that made a little sense. You know, I noticed I had a little snippets today. You know, but he made some points, but it's a deal when they do that, man. It's something about these Edomites when they do that, all right? They know what's about to happen, okay? Also, like I had to go get a phone call, but you know, these people, you know, want. Okay. All right, so you deal with them doing, you know, you see Jake is, not Jake, you see these Edomites are trying to seek to please the poor, man. Right? There's no way, you know, all this stuff, the stuff was being said that he said were things that he know, because what? He's seen how he been watching the Israelites. He see it, you know. This could have been old, but the elders been out for years. Okay, they've been out for years, man. This truth ain't just popped up. All right, okay, this truth ain't just popped up, and it's at this moment where now, okay, the world sees it, okay, and it's undeniable. All right, so you know, do a quick video and you can see that everything that he's saying. They know, you know. That's why, you know, they're going to try to, you know, do what they're going to try to do their best. And on top of that, the things he's saying. Let me get those real quick. Let me start up again. I'm gonna pause and stop it as I go.
They would forget their roots and where they came from, and that's what I'm going to be. My whole teaching today is on the third one there that I want to take a look at. Again, they attempted to put a voodoo or opiate curse on them of sexual immorality. Number two, financial instability and utter poverty.
Right, these are curses, right? You know, sexual immorality with Balak and Baal Peor. All right, you know, and Balak did that. Let me see. Let me go here. He said sexual and financial, and the Lord said that. Let me pause it for a second. All right, so let's go here real quick then. You know. Matter of fact, I probably could go to Numbers real quick. Start with that. Let me see, Numbers 23. No, you know what? I go to Deuteronomy. All right, Deuteronomy. Let's go to 28. Deuteronomy 28. Now he knows these things because, believe me, they ain't the clergy. The so-called clergy or the ministry, so-called in the Edomite world, they talk, all right. Some of them are more honest, some of them so-called conscious get to them, but they still a devil, okay. All right. So this is Deuteronomy 28:1. It says, "And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently to the voice of the Lord thy power, All right. He says to observe to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy power will set thee on high above all nations on earth. All right. So they say if we did these things, all right, blessed shall, and all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee, and if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy power, blessed shalt thou be in the city, and blessed shalt thou be in the field. You know that didn't happen, because we're going to jump down to verse 15, and it's going to say, but it shall come to pass, if thou shalt not hearken to the voice of the Lord thy power, all right, and to observe to do all his commandments and the statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses, all right, shall come upon thee and overtake thee. It says, cursed shall thou be in the city, and cursed shall thou be in the field. You see where we at. The city, all right, we curse, we're going to be in the city we in. And let me see what the field going to say on here, all right. Plain land, that's the world, all right. Cultivated land, home, we say home of wild beasts, plain, mountain. So, all right, let me go down. It says country at the bottom, okay. All right, so, all right, it says cursed shall be that basket in thy store. All right, let me see what they're going to call your basket. It says basket here. All right, it says weave or something like that. But, you know, it's talking about your money. All right, your bank account. All right. This is, all right, so cursed shall be those things. All right, it says cursed shall be the fruit of thy body and the fruit of thy land and the increase of thy kind. We don't even have the flocks of thy sheep. Your children, the food you had, your fruit, your land, you say the kind of anything that's similar to it. It says, "Cursed shall thou be when thou cometh in, and cursed shall be when thou goeth out." So we curse when we born and when we die. All right, we'll be born in poverty and die in poverty. All right, get a little money, can never hold on to it. That's a big, major thing on the curses. Okay, that's a major thing the curses. All right, scriptures tell you about you shall beget a wife, and another man shall lie with her. Verse 32 says, thy son and thy daughter shall be given to another people, and thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long, and there shall be no might in thy hand. So they like, man, you ain't gonna have no might in your hand. All right, they're gonna take away our children. That happened in slavery, and we still in that. Because right now they institutionalize what they say. They say. All right, we give our we sign documents like what they call that a birth certificate, which basically is a warehouse receipt, which basically they make sure if the stock is out, you know, which is your death certificate. They got a paperwork for that. They keeping up with everything because America is a company. All right, it's not a country. All right, for the Lord shall smite thee in the knees and in the legs with the sore botch, that thou cannot be healed from the sores of thy foot unto the top of thy head, because the Heavenly Father is going to have to heal us. All right, and the Lord shall bring thee and thy king, which thou shalt set over thee, unto a nation which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, and there shalt thou serve other gods with a stone. So we ate Buddha, Allah, and all these things are made out of stone, and even Jesus out of that wooden cross. All right, so things like that. Then you gonna go where? Let me go to 5048 real quick, I believe. Right. So this is another thing. It says, therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck, and until he have destroyed thee. So your enemy is going to do this to you, man. The Lord is doing all this to you, man. We were cursed, and that's why at this moment, this guy's, you know, speaking on a good part, but he don't really know the severity. All right, but he know that there's something coming. So it says, therefore shall the Lord shall thou serve thy enemies. Who is thy enemy? Easy E and the rest of the nations. We got to go in his businesses. All right, we got to deal with his dollar. All right, which the Lord shall send against thee. And the Lord doing all this, man. In hunger and in thirst, we got to go to the grocery store. You want some water, you got to pay for the water around your house. It says, and the nakedness and the want of all things. So your fly gear you want, Jake, you got to go there. All right, to his stores in its fashion, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he had destroyed you. So you see, a yoke of iron was basically we wrapped in a spirit, one of those I can say spiritually we yoked up. All right, really can't do nothing. No, but the physical yoke is when they put it upon your neck when you was in slavery. All right, and when you was in slavery, you couldn't really run. You couldn't really run in the woods to get away because that damn yoke would hit the tree and tear your shit up. Right, this man had a hey, he was brilliant with his wickedness, man. But the Heavenly Father put it in his mind, right? Okay, so he was speaking in good terms towards Jake. All right, let's go here real quick. All right, this is Job 20:10. It says his children shall seek his children. Okay, he says that his children shall seek please his children shall seek to please the poor, and his hand shall restore their goods. So you're gonna come back up, you're gonna vomit all them riches. It says his bones are full of his sins, and his youth he shall lie down with him in the dust. The wickedness be sweet in his mouth, so the so-called white man does all wickedness, all right, and the evilness and shit like that, all right. Now, though he hide it under his tongue, they lie, their lies and things, man. Though he spirit and forsaken not, but keep it still within his mouth. Yet his meat and his bowels is turned, and his gall is gas within him. He shall swallow down riches, but he shall vomit them up again. All right, because they're gonna you got to get down. All right, they got to go into, they got to get all them riches that even the ones that sunk. The most high shall cast them out of his belly. All right, so hey, he gonna get him out of his from this presence. Okay, of having this grip on the world. Okay, and this devil's on his way out. So that's what some of these guys think they're slick, that they gonna get out them these curses. I mean, these what's about to come. I'm talking about Edomite Salakin. All right, he's over here trying to multitask. All right, right. And he's doing with sexual immorality. They know that Jake is prone to. You see, a chick want to twerk all the time, or right, and make everything we do with sexual. All right, and he's saying that's what we diminish to, but you were probably saying that before. All right, his spirit is getting conviction. Okay, right, and he may have like sexual immorality still. All right, so Jake has been falling for the same okie doke forever. That's why we're stuck in this. That's why we're stuck, and we hit on those ships, and we was destroyed, man, constantly. All right, constantly the Heavenly Father destroyed us. All right, so this hey, he want to spew it out now. I'm pretty sure he knew for a long time. Let me go here, real quick. This okay, Numbers. I'm gonna go to Numbers. Numbers chapter 25. I probably should go to, let me see, 24. And I say 24. Numbers 24 and 24. Because Balak wanted to get this the Moabite king. He wanted to get Jake out of there. So, what you think these other nations don't study our scriptures or see what we did? They always went back and looked in the records. All right, when Jake was building the temple again. All right, and Nehemiah. All right, in the book of Nehemiah, it was saying basically they tried to get the king to stop them from building, and what he do? He went back into the record to see who gave the okay, because the king basically got to keep his word. All right, and well, them kings you know, they when they had that dominion, I believe they went back. Well, basically went back into the records and saw that it was actually said that they could rebuild. Okay, so they go and get record. They have our records. They know the records. All right. Okay. Let's see. What was I reading? And now, behold, I go unto my people and come, and therefore I will advertise thee what his people shall do to thy people in the latter days. So, all right. So, what's going to happen in the latter days since we going off? You know, it's going to be a return. He says, and he took his parable and said, Balaam, the son of Beor, have said to the man whose eyes are open, has said, he has said, which heard the word of the Heavenly Father and knew the knowledge of the Most High, which saw the vision of the Almighty falling into a trance but having his eyes open. And I shall see him, but not now. I shall behold him, but not nigh. There shall come a star out of Jacob, and a scepter shall rise out of Israel, and shall smite the corners of Moab and destroy all the children of Seth. All right, Sheath. Okay, and Edom shall be a possession. All right, Seir also shall be a possession of his enemies. All right, and Israel shall do valiantly. All right, so at the end we're gonna come out of this place. The Lord said He choose Israel. All right, He says out of Jacob shall come he that have dominion, and shall destroy him that remain of the city. And when He looked on Amalek, He took up a parable and said, Amalek was first of the nations, but his latter end shall be shall he perish forever. And these are the ones that's taking on our heritage, right? Right? Like that guy said, that pastor or whoever he said, right? He said, you were basically taken out of your heritage. All right? Then these guys trying to took our heritage and made it themselves. All right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to 25. It says, and Israel abode in Shittim, and the people began to commit whoredoms with the daughter of Moab. All right, so Israel started going off. All right, and they called the people unto the sacrifice of their power, and the people did eat and bow down to their gods. So our people went into worshiping other gods. All right, now worshiping other gods can say goes into sexual immorality. All right, being a mole. All right, they know. All right, being a mole, and Jake is heavy into that. It says Israel joined himself unto Baal Peor, and the anger of the Lord was kindled against him. All right, so let's go get Baal Peor. It said now. This says Lord of the Gap. Let me get the word. Let me see. Let me get the word Baal real quick. I just want to get it first before I pause it real quick. Yeah, let me just keep going. This is let's go to verse 3 again. It says, and Israel joined himself to Baal Peor. Let's go here. Now it says Lord of the Gap. It says deity worship at Peor with probable lascivious rites. All right, let's see what the lascivious is. And here's two of them. Say clef. Peor has been clef. All right, let's see what lascivious this is. Licentious. Let's get the word. Let's see.
Licentious.
So like I said, lascivious is licentious. All right. It says promiscuous and unprincipled in sexual matters. All right. Let's get this similar word. Desolate, I believe. Dissipated, debauched, degenerate, salacious, immoral, wanton, deprived, impure, sinful, wicked, corrupt, indecent. All right. So these are pervy. That's horny, perverted, filthy. All right. Dirty, abandoned, carnal, fleshly, lustful, lascivious. Okay. Lewd. All right. So Jake is deep into that lewdness, man. All right. Yeah, he know it, and they know it. They watching. Matter of fact, let me go here real quick. Psalms 83:1. It says, "Keep not thy silence, O power. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O power. For lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have made crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, Come, let us cut them off, for being a nation, that the name of Israel may have no more remembrance." So they did their best to have us discontinued from our heritage, man. All right, and they have consorted together with one consent. They considered they could confederate against thee. So they all these nations of confederate. They had a treaty and an alliance all together. It gives you the tabernacle of Edom, Ishmael, and Moab, the Hagarenes, Gabal, all right, and Ammon, and Amalek, and Philistines, and it says the Philistines, and the inhabitants of Tyre, Shur, also was joined with them. They are happened the children of Salah, do unto them as unto the Midianites, as for Caesarea, as to Jabin at the brook of Kishon, which perished at Endor, and they became as dung for the earth. All right. So these nations, it says, make the nobles of Oreb and like Zeb, right? So it's a lot. So all these nations came against us, all right, and with one consent to do us harm and to make us go off, so we could. So the Lord said He gonna turn His face and see what our end gonna be. All right. So the wind and the Lord gonna have to save us, man. Out of all that, He gonna have to save us. Get us all together. Get us all together in one. And one accord, all right? And all together mean the elect only. Before somebody try to take that and run with it. The election is gonna have to get, the Lord gonna get it all together, man. But then all the Israel gonna be back in together. Back in it with the Yahweh Shem Yahshua one. Let me see Jeremiah real quick, because he said we discontinue. Let's go here real quick. I believe it's in 4. Okay. Let's see that Jeremiah. Let's see 9. Can't be Job. I can kind of get them mixed up. Let's see. That's not it. Job 4. Then my prayers. Remember, I pray thee who prayers. Being innocent, what was the right to cut off? Let's see. Well, I don't know where I'm at. let's see. I don't know where am I. I know it's 4. This is Jeremiah 17:4. It says, "And thou even thyself shalt discontinue from thy heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thy enemies in the land which thou knowest not, for ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever." So the Heavenly Father is pissed off with us, man. All right. So these other nations knew that. All right. They say we can make them go off. Then that'll be the deal. They want us to go off. All right. So these nations know. Hold on.
Is on the third one there that I want to take a look at. Again, they attempted to put a voodoo or opiate curse on them of sexual immorality. Number 2, financial instability and utter poverty. And number 3, that they would forget their roots and where they came from. So now what do I do when I'm witnessing to the black culture? I'm saying, your forefathers, now walk with me, don't miss this. Because 98% of everybody out there believes that their roots starts in Africa. So they call themselves Black African Americans. And really what they should be talking themselves is they are what? The Hebrews and the Jews of the original temple of the city of David.
All right. So, you see a lot of people put their little comments on here, and I got this off Instagram. But this says at history. It says, let me read some of these. It says, "And the people mixed with the Hebrews with the Hamite curses all the time. We have the Hebrews who come from Shem and Abraham, and the Israelites who come from Jacob." What? "We must understand these two different groups of black people, just like whites who come from Java, the Caucasians." So yeah, these is niggas is people who have no clue. Who is he? They people ask, who is he? I guess it says Rabbi Ralph Massaner. Okay, from okay. Jesse Jackson made African Americans in 1988 fool. He wanted to be black president. The same man was with Eddie Long. I think it was that dude, Edomite dude. Why they came after Bishop Long? Okay, so it's a Bishop Long, sodomite. He was always pushing that envelope, and when he went toward the black, it was like, next we know, scandal break out. That wasn't no damn scandal. This guy was evil, man. He was a sodomite. Okay, that's how Jake just look at stuff. They want to turn their head. All right, stupidity. They want to turn their head. All right. All right, and when they elect, they go forward, man. Men of the Lord and really believe in this thing. They say Pope got evidence. Love this video. Some people say they can try to give scriptures. I don't know, man. The Roman Empire with the Ethiopian Empire had a big thing going on. So these are those Ethiopians. All right, they all gonna become subject. All right, so you got the Sumerian doctor. It says, "Wrong, stop trusting pale-faced man. Tell you the truth. Blackhead people are the children of Akanaki." There we go. It's out here. Jake is foolish, man. All right, and the Sumerians, Neter, whatever that is, all that. It says, go read the Sumerian tablets. The Bible is the book of theology, not history, like all books. Man, the biggest misconception is about this, but the Lord, the deceived and the deceiver are the Lord's, man. Okay, all right. Bullshit. We are original natives here. Everybody every Jake is want to be an Indian, right? I just stop listening to. I don't know what that is. WTMN, I don't know. The white man with all white, I don't know. But I recently read and saw a professor speaking on the same subject of Hebrew and Jews. Okay, but A lot of these things, man. A lot of these things are just Jake just into many books, man. The scriptures tell you about that. Be admonished of making many books, for there's no wind. All right. I'm gonna get that real quick. It says, I believe it's Ecclesiastes. Yeah. Let's go to 12. I think it's 12 and 12. It says, and further by these, my son, be admonished of making many books, and there is no end, and much study is weariness of the flesh. It says, so it's money studying all them damn books, all right? All right? So, Jake is constantly giving themselves up to this world, all right? And then, let's go to Hosea real quick. Hosea chapter 4, verse 6. All right. Hosea 4 and 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because they have rejected knowledge. I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing that thou hast forgotten the law of my power. I will also forget thy children. So he also forget the children. He turned your back on every father. He rejected the knowledge. So guess what? The Lord gonna reject thee, man. And that's what you're gonna do. That's why 2/3 of Jake gonna have to be destroyed in that thermonuclear destruction. All right. As they were increased, so their sins against me, therefore will I change their glory into shame. And we have shame, man. We hit with them curses. They eat up the sin of my people, and they set their heart on their iniquity, and they watch us, man. They're accuser of our brethren, man. All right, they accuse us day and night. All right, look what they doing, but they putting it in our face like Baal Peor. All right, so you deal with and our own people. All right, and Jake still committing whoredom. Let me read that too. It says, and there shall be like people, like priests, and I will punish for them. Let me read it again. There shall be like people, like priests, and I will punish them for their ways, and reward them their doings. For they shall eat and not have enough, and they shall commit whoredoms and shall not increase, because they are left off and to take heed to the Lord. They left off and not taking the Lord's word, man. And that's why we get kicked in our ribs hard. Whoredom and wine and new wine take away the heart, and that's what it is. These philosophies are all in Jake's mind. All right, they want to be the guy that tell everybody what the new thing is. These is Mars Hill cats, man. My people ask counsel about their stock, and their staff declare unto them, for the spirit of whoredom has caused them to err, and they have gone whoring after, from under their guides. So they went away from the Heavenly Father and started whoring after things that don't exist. To tell you about it, we're Akanaki. With Akanaki, man. Anunnaki, whatever. They sacrifice upon tops of the mountains. Yeah, they sacrifice in the groves and the top of the mountains to their gods, and burn incense upon the hills under the oak and poplars and elms, because the shadow thereof is good. All right. Therefore, your daughters shall commit whoredoms, and your spouses shall commit adultery. And we getting hit with that. That ain't a good feeling. We all get. All right. And I will not punish your daughters when they commit whoredom. So when our daughters out there, nor your spouses when they commit adultery, for themselves are separated with whores, and you see our women are whores, right? They love to be with the L group, right? The alphabet group, and they sacrifice with harlots, right? Therefore, the people that does not understand shall fail. So you understand, you take the understanding of the Heavenly Father, and you cast it away, and you open your mouth and your lips to the Heavenly Father, and you turn. That's why those comments were stupid. A lot of them was, Though thou Israel played a harlot, yet let not Judah or fear to come not unto Gilgal, neither go ye up to Behavior, nor swear the Lord liveth. For Israel slideth back as a backsliding heifer. Now the Lord will weed them as a lamb in a large place, even as joining idols All right. Right. So the majority of the thing is Ephraim and our people, the whole total as Israel, are going away, man. Back, the whole head is sick. The scriptures tell you about that. All right, and that's because we turned our back. All right, and that's where you get comments on that comment that's out of this world. All right, with Akanaki, and they probably don't even study it. They just say it because they just because. All right, just because they think that that's what they want to be known as some puffed up, and be able to say something. But God damn it, you know what that's gonna do to you? It's gonna get you burnt in the fire. So with that, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Rakakadash, a peace of salutations, and shalom.